Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Fuller, and as Chair of the Board, I welcome you to this August 4th, 2026 regular meeting of the Washtenaw County Board of Road Commissioners. Tiffany Oliphant, our Communications Manager, will describe how our meetings operate, how to access the agenda packet, and how people may participate remotely. Tiffany.
Thanks, Chair Fuller. There are multiple ways to make public comment during today's board meeting, whether you are joining us in person or virtually. If you are here in person and would like to make public comment, please fill out the sign-in sheet now. If you are joining us virtually, we will ask you to raise your hand at the appropriate time in the agenda. And now I'll turn it over to Chair Fuller.
Thank you, Tiffany. I now call this August 4th, 2026 regular meeting to order and ask Tiffany to call the roll.
Chair Barb Fuller.
Present.
Vice Chair Rod Green.
Present.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum.
Present.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Present.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Present.
The following directors are in attendance. Managing Director Matt McDonald, Director of Operations Adam Lape, Director of Engineering and County Highway Engineer Brent Schlack, Director of Finance Dan Ackerman.
Thank you. Please join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So support.
Additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the agenda is approved as presented. We have 2 sets of minutes to accept today. May I have a motion to accept the board meeting minutes of July 20th, 2026, appearing on pages 4 through 14 of the packet?
So moved. Second.
Additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the board meeting minutes of July 20th are accepted as presented. May I have a motion to accept the working session minutes of July 20th, 2026, appearing on pages 15 through 20 of the packet?
So moved.
Additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would, please.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the working session minutes of July 20th are accepted as presented. Next item on the agenda is a report from our County Commissioner Liaison, County Commissioner Caroline Sanders of District 4. Good afternoon, Commissioner.
Good afternoon. Happy Election Day. If you haven't already voted, please consider going out and doing that. And anybody listening to us, get your wonderful little I voted sticker. Tomorrow, the board has its regularly scheduled meeting at 5:30 for working session, 7 o'clock for the general meeting. And we will have a packed agenda. As always, encourage people to come out and join us in person, virtually, or send their thoughts or comments by email. I'm not even going to talk about what's going to be on the agenda because things are fluid. But people can access the packet if they go to Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners, and the agenda should be available for folks if they're interested. Hope you all have a good meeting today, and hopefully everybody's not up too late because it is election day. But beautiful day so far, good turnout.
Any questions for Commissioner Sanders? Seeing none, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Next item is public comment. This is the time set aside on the agenda to receive comments from the public. This is not intended to be a period for dialogue. Each person will be allotted 3 minutes to address the board, and Tiffany will explain how people may be recognized to offer comments.
Okay. Since this is a hybrid meeting for both in-person and virtual attendees, we will take turns between those attending in person and virtually. For the virtual attendees, we have provided some instructions on the screen. It's not working, but okay. I'll provide some instructions. If you're attending this meeting virtually and would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand now. If you dialed into the meeting from your phone, you can raise your hand by dialing *9. I'll unmute virtual participants with raised hands one at a time and announce your last 4 digits of your phone number or your username when it's your turn to speak. Please share your name and address before beginning your comments. For all in-person attendees, we'll start with those who have signed up on the sign-in sheet as you've walked in. If you haven't signed in, you're still welcome to make public comment, and we will notify you when it is your turn. At this time, we do not have public comment.
All right, we will move on with our agenda to written communications. They appear on pages 21 through 28 of the packet. Commissioners, anything you wish to draw our attention to or comment on?
I think we both.
I do. Birthday girl goes first.
Yes, she does.
Commissioner McCollum.
Okay. On page 24, I would like to read the written comment from Mr. Roger Smith.
Okay.
He said, "Our road was recently graded. The brine truck followed almost immediately, much to my pleasure. I've lived here for 35 years, and it's only been in the last 10 years or so that the above procedure has been followed. Prior to that, oftentimes there were days between grading and brining, completely defeating the purpose of dust control. Billowing clouds of dust were the norm. So to Trevor and his crew, and to anyone else in the chain of command who is responsible for this great improvement, I salute you." So that was from Mr. Smith. I thought that was very good that he noticed a change of how his road was done, and he was very thankful for it. Also on page 25 and 26, I want to thank Ms. Oliphant, Tiffany Oliphant, for her reaching out to the community. I think that she has reached out a lot to the community since she has been on staff here. And we have gotten many responses from that. There's a certificate of appreciation on page 26. The Dexter District Library thanks Washtenaw County Road Commission for participating in Big Truck and Emergency Vehicle Day 2026 and helping us attract 1,125 visitors to the library. That is always good to see, people coming to the library, and we helped make that happen. Thank you, Mrs. Oliphant, for that. Also on page 29, we have Mr. Eric Wolf, and he talks about how he's thanking us for the project that we worked on. I want to embrace his daily commute of Ann Arbor to Pinckney takes him through the intersection twice a day, and he knows that he will benefit from this project. More roundabouts, the better. We just got to teach people how to use them. And I understand where Mr. Wolf is coming from, because I was like reluctant with roundabouts years ago when we first started. And now it's like, yes, put that roundabout there. It just saves time getting through the intersections and not waiting for the light. And it slows traffic down. So thank you, Mr. Wolf, for that compliment. That's all I have to say about written communications. Thank you.
Commissioner Yamas.
Well, thank you. I will just ditto what Joanne said. I wanted to bring attention to Miss Tiffany Oliphant for her work, but I also want to recognize on page 27 the anonymous person who thanked us for the work in Ypsilanti Township, but Mr. Eric Wolf, who talks about being 62 years old and lived his entire life in Ann Arbor and Pinckney. And he wanted to thank the commission for their project. It looks great and can't we wait to breeze through it once it's open. So that is all I have to say about communication. And thank you for the updates from Facebook that are on here on communications. Appreciate it.
Commissioner Green?
No
Anything?
comment. No.
Commissioner Smers? No? All right. We will move on to commissioner and staff follow-up to public comment. There was no public comment, so we will dive right into the agenda. Let me find my place here. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 1 through 8 as presented? The motions are on page 29 through 33.
So move.
Second.
Any questions, any discussion? Seeing none. Tiffany, if you would, please.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the 8 consent agenda items are approved as presented. We'll move on to the action item agenda. We have 17 action items today. And we have a plan for how to get through all of these efficiently, starting with action item number 1. May I have a motion to approve the 2026 second quarter budget amendments as presented? The motion itself appears on page 41, background on pages 56 through 91.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Finance and the concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the 2026 second quarter budget amendments as presented.
I support.
Very good. Any discussion? Mr. Ackerman or Connie, how do you pronounce your last name? Kampola. I always put the emphasis on the wrong syllables. Ms.
Happy.
Kampola.
Good afternoon, Board, Connie Kumpola, Assistant Finance Director. So just to speak to the report, we did add back the millage section that was recommended by you, Commissioner Fuller, back into the narrative. We did update for enclosed June, so the actual numbers did change slightly, but they did not change enough for us to change our recommendations for the budget adjustments as we presented at the last working session.
Okay. Any questions for Connie? Or Dan? Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
If there's no further discussion, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 1 is approved as presented. Next, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel E1. The motion appears on page 41, background on pages 92 and 93.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of the public road easement and temporary grading permit upon the parcel of land commonly referred to as 2170 Packard Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K 11-06-278-004 in the amount of $14,841.
Support.
Discussion. Mr. McDonnell.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I just wanted to have Brent come up. He was gonna kind of give an overview of the Hewitt Road project, because that's the bulk of his action items revolve around the Hewitt Road project, so that the board would just get to have a better understanding of the project and the impacts and the acquisitions that we're talking about today.
Okay.
So
So
with
you
that,
I'm
just a brief, just to highlight.
So you're going to talk about them generally, or are you going to take it one by one, Brent?
No, I will, I'll just do a general overview.
Okay, okay.
And that way it'll kind of summarize all of the action items.
Mhm.
And then the board can then do their business.
Okay.
Certainly myself, Brent Schlack, Director of Engineering. Then we have Dan Troika, our attorney, and Kurt Roche is here as well. If there are any other questions. First, I guess, before we get started on some of the background, I do want to apologize for all of the items. Typically, we had a consultant perform all these acquisitions, and typically we'd bring these in a more frequent basis, but they all came in at once. And so that's why we have such a large action agenda. So
But they're all related, so.
they are, so I guess it's somewhat, it's probably good.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get, I think you're extended. Yeah, I got it. Here. Okay.
Take your time.
Yep. This is off of our project page. So this is, if you went to road construction and current projects this is a 2027 project. So the funding that we received, so we have federal funds, federal urban dollars, and we also were awarded a community grant from Congresswoman Debbie Dingell for Hewitt Road. So our original project started off with just a preventative maintenance project, like a typical mill and fill type project. Then we were awarded the funds through Ms. Dingell's office, Congresswoman Dingell's office, and we were able to expand that project to a full reconstruct, add bike lanes to this segment of Hewitt Road, and a sidewalk on the east side of Hewitt. So that's kind of the background. So this is our project page, and certainly you can see the project here. You can get more information as far as details, sign up for any type of updates that we would have. So that's the project page and kind of gives you where the project is located. So it's on Hewitt Road between Packard Road and M17 or Washtenaw Ave. Then I have some more detail. So this, I know it's really busy, lots of lines. So this is just for reference, this is Packard Road. And then this is M17 or Washtenaw. So I'll kind of zoom in a little bit. So as you start to see some of these lines, you'll see some green lines and some like lighter blue lines. So these kind of signify on our plan set where we need permanent easements and where we need a temporary grading permit for our project. So as you can see along the full segment of our project, we touch every parcel because we're widening the road to include those bike lanes and for the sidewalk, which again on this here's the sidewalk that will be installed with our project.
And Brent, correct me if I'm wrong, the existing right of way is pretty much at the back of curb today. So anytime we're widening the road, even just a couple feet, it's going to require acquisition.
Correct. Yeah. The right of way was very narrow along here and basically right at the back of curb, the existing back of curb. So that's where the work that Kurt and our consultant were doing for any property acquisition. So that's kind of an overview. I don't know if there's any other questions with the current action item.
Joanne and then Commissioner Green.
Oh, okay. So in the right of way, particularly with these businesses, is there a broadband there, that the equipment that will have to be relocated?
No, we don't have any. Of course, we've coordinated with all the utilities on any type of relocation. I don't recall there being any broadband that would be impacted by our project, but because we're essentially only expanding out a small distance from the existing right of way. So you can see it's just the green is just due to our widening. So we're only actually acquiring a small amount. So the utilities, while they could be in our shoulder or underneath our curb, some of them had their own easement that were outside of that. So I don't recall there being any impact to
There
broadband.
are poles on the east
Oh,
side.
there are, correct.
There are a number of different
can see them
poles
here.
on the east side where we're gonna have sidewalk being installed on the east side.
Yep.
And so obviously we're gonna coordinate utilities, but a lot of those poles, my understanding is they're remaining in.
They're remaining in existing location, correct. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can see them here,
Yeah,
kind of
the
the shadow of them.
Mhm.
Those will remain. The sidewalk will go on the back side of those poles. For the majority of our project.
Thank you.
Commissioner Green?
Thank you. And how's this project being funded?
So it's being funded, through Michigan Transportation Funds, then our federal urban dollars.
Okay.
So we have a match for the federal urban dollars and for Congresswoman Dingell's grant that we received. So we received just over $300,000 in urban funds, and then we were awarded $1 million from Congresswoman Dingell's office.
Thank you.
Commissioner Yamas?
So in regards to the telephone poles,
Mhm.
so I'm trying to understand, the sidewalks would be on one side of them and they'll be between the road and the sidewalks?
Correct. A good example, so you can kind of see the pole here, that's
Yeah.
the utility pole. So on the, further away from the road would be where the sidewalk would get installed. So the pole would be between the road and the sidewalk.
Okay, so then that won't interfere with everything else that you're doing.
Correct.
Thank you.
Other questions? So you're widening the road, not doing a road diet to put in bike lanes, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
It'd be the same number of lanes,
Yes.
only wider shoulders, which we can mark as bike lanes.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
To the south, to your point, south of
Packard.
Packard, there was a road diet years ago
Mhm.
where we reduced the number of lanes, but because, you've got a lot of volume that gets picked up from Packard turning onto Hewitt heading north, Washtenaw, it needs those 2 lanes. So that was a big
Yeah.
big need out there that we could not do road diet. In fact, we're widening the road
Right.
to accommodate the wider shoulder. And the community grant that we received was a big award. And one of the criteria was that we're going to build something that's going to last longer, right? So instead of a 5 to 7 year fix, we're looking at a 15+ year fix.
Correct.
And then the addition of non-motorized was another criteria that we put in for the grant was adding sidewalk and the bike lanes. So the engineering team did a great job. It has been a heavy lift to do the design and to do all this right-of-way acquisition. And it's taken a lot of time, and we're set up to get this done, but we're right at the timeline is.
We're at the
critical
12th
that
hour.
we Take action on it today.
Yes.
Because we're at the 11th hour to obligate these funds so that we get them for construction for next year.
Yes.
Commissioner McCollum?
Yes, so you had a virtual meeting June 4th. And were there the business residents there?
Yes, yeah, we had businesses and residents there asking questions. We've seen a lot of support for this project.
Okay,
Yeah, township's very supportive as well. I think it's a long time coming particularly with bike lanes south of here to kind of complete this all the way up to Washtenaw and to have that connection. There are already pedestrians walking along this segment, and now to have a hard surface for them to traverse.
On both sides of Hewitt.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we only have a sidewalk on one side, on the east side, due to some of our constraints through our design. But that's what we've committed to through Congresswoman Dingell.
Okay.
And it is unusual that we are building sidewalk, right?
Yes.
So a lot of times we're replacing sidewalk ramps. Oftentimes we're partnering with the township or county parks to build non-motorized facilities. But we do have it in our scope of work because of the grant. we were able to include that in our scope of work. This one is a unique case, so I just want to make a point that at times, if funding allows, we can include those non-motorized items into our scope of work.
Commissioner Green?
And so from an accounting standpoint, the funds will come in this year and we'll spend them next year.
Just a reminder, federal funds never come to us directly.
Okay,
So we don't get federal funds. What happens is we administer the project and then the federal funds get distributed to the contractor. So
I see.
the reason why we carry it in our budget is that it's in dollars that are being invested into our infrastructure. So we track it through our budget,
Right.
but we don't actually, Dan doesn't get a check for $1 million or $1.3 million. That $1.3 million gets paid to the contractor as they perform the work.
I see.
We're out there doing inspector daily reports, reporting on the pay items and the amounts, and then that generates a pay estimate. We then send that to MDOT and say, we are good to pay the contractor this amount for these items, and then MDOT administers payment to the contractor. That's where every MDOT project or every federal aid project has an MDOT agreement.
I see.
So once we submit this right away, then we'll be submitting the total package to MDOT and they'll kick out an MDOT agreement for us to approve at the board here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Yep.
Kurt, did you want to add anything?
Not at this point.
Okay. Any other questions?
So certainly we'll be here if there's any other questions as you work through the action items.
Okay,
Just let us know.
all right. Thank you, Brent.
Mhm.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Dan. This was a long list of things to get buttoned up. Okay, we had a first and a second. Ms. Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 2. Sure.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes,
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 2 is approved as presented. Action item number 3, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel E2? The motion appears on page 42.
So moved.
Madam
Oh,
Chair,
we're
I
not
move
moving it.
that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and the concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of the public tote road easement and temporary grading permit upon the parcel of land commonly referred to as 428 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax number of K-11-06-462-003 in the amount of $22,650.
I support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 3.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes,
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 3 is approved as presented. Next, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel E3? The motion appears on page 43 with background on pages 96 and 97.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 500 Northwood Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-478-009 in the amount of $19,565.35.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 4.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes. Action item number 4 is approved as presented. Next, action item number 5. May I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel E4? The motion appears on page 44 with background on pages 98 and 99.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 510 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-478-008 in the amount of $15,440.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 5.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 5 is approved as presented. We'll move on to action item number 6. May I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel E6? Motion on page 44, background on pages 100 and 101.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 2169 Washtenaw Avenue, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-478-001 in the amount of $19,738.04.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 6.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 6 is approved as presented. Next, action item number 7. May I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W1? Motion appears on page 45, background on pages 102 and 103.
Madam Chair, that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering and County Highway Engineer and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby moves the acquisition of public road easement and temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 2236 Packard Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-462-006 in the amount of $3,677.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 7.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 7 is approved as presented. Next is action item number 8. May I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W2? The motion appears on page 46 with background on pages 104 and 105.
Madam Chair, that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby moves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 413 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-462-007 in the amount of $25,000.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 8.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes. Action item number 8 is approved as presented. Action item number 9, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W3? The motion appears on page 47 with background on pages 106 and 107.
Madam Chair, that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby moves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 459 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-462-008 in the amount of $15,000.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none. Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 9.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes. Action item number 9 is approved as presented. Action item number 10, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W4? The motion is on page 47 with background on pages 108 and 109.
Madam Chair, that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby moves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 493 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-462-009 in the amount of $2,133.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 10.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes. Action item number 9 is approved, 10 is approved as presented. Moving on to, well, we've rounded the bend here. Halfway there, folks. Action item number 11. I will move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, in concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 505 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-463-009 in the amount of $5,800.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 11.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 11 is approved as presented. Action item number 12, upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the Board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 529 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-463-010 in the amount of $4,204.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 12.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 12 is approved as presented. Next, we have action item number 13. Upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering and County Highway Engineer and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 561 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-463-011 in the amount of $4,250.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none. Ms. Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 13.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum.
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 13 is approved as presented. Action item number 14, may I have a motion to approve the easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W8? Motion appears on page 51, background on pages 116 and 117.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 567 North Hewitt Road, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-463-012 and the amount of $2,768.
Support. Discussion. Seeing none. Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 14.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum.
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Action item number 14 is approved as presented. Action item number 15. May I have a motion to approve the easement and easement acquisition and temporary grading permit for the Hewitt Road parcel W9? Motion on page 51, background on pages 118 and 19.
Madam Chair, I move that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering, County Highway Engineer, and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of a public road easement and a temporary grading permit upon a parcel of land commonly referred to as 2225 Washtenaw Avenue, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, with a corresponding tax ID number of K-11-06-463-013 in the amount of $5,239.
Support.
Discussion. Seeing none. Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 15.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum.
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 15 is approved as presented. I have a point of clarification. Is it necessary that the entire motion be read in this instance? Can I have some guidance on that? Number 16 and 17 are both
This is a resolution.
lengthy. Yeah.
You do not have to read the entire motion.
What part do we need to read to make this
You might
legal
walk
and
up to the-
binding?
He should walk up to the
Dan, you want to come up?
to the screen.
Sorry, I kind of hit you blindsided here.
So, it's not a problem. I know it's a lot of verbiage. You know. So this is in the packet. You're not required to read the whole thing. You would want to read what the actual operative language is, which is be it resolved and further resolved. And that would be sufficient. And there's a decent amount of verbiage there as well, but that would be clear for the record.
So the whereases do not need to be read.
They do not have to be read into the record. No.
Okay.
It is part of the record because it's part of your packet.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Hope that helps.
Just
Matt?
also to the chair, the information interest taken, you don't have to read that either on page 53. Just the paragraph that begins with further resolved, therefore it be resolved and be it resolved, be it further resolved.
Okay.
So-
All right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Commissioner McCollum.
Madam Chair, I move now therefore be it resolved that by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan, a public body corporate, it is hereby declared and determined that it is necessary to improve Hewitt Road, including reconstruction and widening in Ypsilanti Charter Township, Washtenaw County, and that said improvement is for a highway purpose necessary for the benefit of the public, including without limitation the accommodation and safety of traffic on said road. It is further resolved, declared, and determined that it is necessary to acquire and take a permanent easement and temporary grading permit for public highway purposes in the property located in Ypsilanti Charter Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, without the consent of the owners thereof, for the purpose of improving Hewitt Road, including reconstruction and widening. That said, property is necessary for the use and benefit of the public, and a good faith written offer to purchase said land has been made, all in accordance with the agreements of 1966 PA 295 as amended and 1980 PA 87 as amended. Be it further resolved that by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of County Road Commissioners for the County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan by 1966 PA 295 as amended and 1980 PA 87 as amended, it is now declared and determined that a permanent easement and temporary grading permit as described in Attachment A is hereby taken for public highway purposes. Be it further resolved that the board reserves its right to bring federal or state cost recovery actions arising out of a release of hazardous substances at this property, and the board's appraisal of just compensation for the taking of the property specifically acknowledges and recognizes this reservation of rights.
Support.
Thank you. Let's move to discussion. I want to point out that this is a resolution of necessity and declaration of taking. And I wonder if any of you three or all of you four have anything you want to add.
I
to
can start. Thank you, Chair. This is a situation where we've presented a good faith offer. We're still working to resolve this, negotiating in good faith. But ultimately, we're at a point where in our timeline for the project, we really need to obligate these federal funds and submit proof of that we have acquired the necessary right of way, that the plans are done and all the permits are in hand, and we need to submit it to MDOT for final obligation and getting it into a bid packet. What the hurdle is ultimately, in order to do so, Dan will need to, our legal counsel will need to take action in court to begin the condemnation process. That doesn't stop us from working in good faith. And with that, I'll turn it over to the team.
So we are continuing negotiations.
Identify yourself.
Oh, I'm
first,
sorry.
please. That's okay.
Dan Troika, appearing here as counsel for the board.
Thank you.
And we are still in negotiations for acquisition of this property. I spoke with counsel for Reuben Pitt last week. He actually asked me to put to the board what his position is in this matter. I said I would do it. I'm not recommending it. They marked up our proposed permanent easement and our proposed temporary grading permit with a number of conditions. And the conditions are not unreasonable with regard to the grading permit, but we do not want to have a bunch of conditions, for example, with regard to prior notice or insurance in our permanent right-of-way. For our right-of-way, we want it to be undifferentiated. If we start attaching conditions to our right-of-way, then 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, a board's going to have to deal with the patchwork of conditions whenever they do a project. So if Hewitt Road was to be reconstructed in a few decades, and we had agreed to the conditions in the permanent right-of-way, we would need some future attorney to consult with some future board about how do you do the project given that set of conditions. It is my opinion as counsel for the Road Commission that we're a public road body and we already are required to operate within certain parameters. We don't need to attach additional conditions into our recorded right-of-way. I think it will cause more trouble than it's worth. I do want to be clear, the conditions I think are reasonable with regard to the temporary permit. There are things like we'll put the property back, in as good a condition as we got it. Yeah, that's fair for a grading permit. We just don't want to add what we would consider to be baggage to our right of way that could impact future projects. So our recommendation is to move forward on the resolutions, which would be starting a process of doing this through condemnation. But I will be speaking with the attorney and seeing if they can withdraw the objections with regard to the permanent easement. And then we can go forward on a consensual basis.
Okay, Kurt, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, the action we're requesting allows us to go down two parallel paths,
Okay,
essentially. One is through negotiation, which we'd continue even if we did file condemnation. But it does grant us that title or interest in the property so that we can move forward with our project.
okay. Brent, anything else?
No, I think we've
Covered
pretty
it?
much covered it. Yep.
Commissioners, Commissioner Green?
And so from a legal perspective, we have the authority and the duty to take the property without any conditions, correct?
Correct. I mean, we could allow conditions and
Yes.
there may be circumstances where we want to, but this is not one of them. So at least I don't believe we'd want to have anything other than undifferentiated right of way on Hewitt Road. So I would agree.
Okay.
Okay. Anything? Just a quick question. If you come to an agreement, you don't have to go to court, right?
Correct.
Okay,
We would have to come back before the board and ask for permission to enter into that agreement, though.
oh, is that going to blow your timeline for the project?
We don't anticipate so.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, okay, okay. Good to know. Anything else? If not, Ms. Tiffany, if you'd please call the roll on item number 16.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller,
Yes?
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Yes. Action item number 16 is approved. The resolution is approved as presented. Action item number 17 is a motion to approve the resolution of compensation for the Hewitt Road parcel E5.
Madam Chair, I motion now therefore be it resolved that this board hereby authorizes the preparation of the necessary warrants in the sum of $15,101. Whereas this board did submit to the owner a good faith settlement offer authorizing payment in the amount of $15,101 payable to the county treasurer or such other escrowee as permitted by 1980 PA 87 as amended to be deposited in accordance with the terms of said act, said sum to be set apart and securely held by the escrowee until further resolution from this board as permitted by said act or as may be otherwise directed by a court order issued by the Washtenaw County Circuit Court. Be it further resolved that the sum of $15,101 held on deposit with the county treasurer or other authorized escrowee is the estimated just compensation for the property to be dispersed in accordance with the requirements of 1980 PA 87 as amended.
I support.
Discussion. Being none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll on action item number 17.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, action item number 17 is approved as presented. All right, anybody else need to take a drink of water? We will move on to our closed session. May I have a motion to enter a closed session in accordance with the Open Meetings Act, MCL 15.268, to review the closed session minutes of July 7th, 2026, and to receive the TPOAM arbitration update.
So move.
Or
Any discussion? Seeing none, if you would please call the roll, Tiffany.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, we have now entered closed session. Tiffany will do some explanation of how this works and what our guests may expect going forward.
For virtual attendees, If you are not a commissioner or a designated staff member, we will move you into the virtual waiting room. If you would like to be returned to the open session of the meeting once we have completed the closed session, please remain in the waiting room. We will readmit you once the closed session has been completed. For in-person attendees, you are welcome to wait in the boardroom or lobby until the closed session has been completed.
Thank you. Just to let folks know, we'll go into closed session. When we come back, there will be a motion to return to open session, and then we will finish with our agenda, which are report of the commissioners and staff updates. So with that, we can move to conference room 200. All right. Welcome back. We have returned from upstairs. May I have a motion to return to open session?
Or
Any discussion? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Rod Green,
yes,
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, we are now back in open session. We will move on to our next agenda item, which is the report of the road commissioners, starting with Commissioner Yamas.
Okay, on through July 21st and the 23rd, I attended the Commissioners County Road Association and the Michigan County Road Self-Insurance Pool business meetings, and they were all business meetings, I guess, also on 7/29. Oh, that's not. On 7/21, I also attended the county commissioners participated meeting that was held there, which was very interesting. I did like it, because I wanted to sit in on negotiating. I wanted to sit in on the commissioners committee. I only had the opportunity to sit on the commissioners to see how it was ran. I enjoyed that. On 7/29, I attended our Washtenaw County chat that allows people to come in and speak to us from 12 to 12:30. We'll go to 1 if there's enough people, right? On 7/3, I attended the Southeast. Oh, we did have one person that was very interesting that had a lot of questions for Matt that answered very good about more roads being fixed through special assessments. On 7/3, I attended the Southeast District Road Commission's meeting in Mason, Michigan. And that's my
I think you
report.
meant August, not July.
Oh, that's right, August.
I know, August snuck up on me too, Gloria.
Yeah, August 3rd, that's right.
Okay,
And
anything
that-
else?
Nope, that
No,
completes my
you're good.
report.
Commissioner Green?
thank you. On July 21st, I attended a meeting of the negotiating committee for the Michigan County Road Association held in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, in conjunction with the annual meetings of McChrysip and CRASIF. I also attended the meeting of the Commissioners Committee, chaired by our own Commissioner Joanne McCullum. On July 21st through the 23rd, I attended the annual meeting of McChrysip and CRASIF held in Mount Pleasant. On July 24th, I attended the Executive Committee meeting of the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments. And on August 3rd, I attended a meeting of the Southeast Council of the Michigan County Road Association, which was also attended by several members of our staff. I give a report on the negotiating committee as we finalize work on the state trunk line contract with MDOT. Madam Chair, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner McCollum?
Yes,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, Madam Chair. On July 21st through the 23rd, I attended the McChrysip and CRASIF workshop and membership meeting. Also, on July 21st, I also attended the Commissioners Committee meeting to discuss the 2026 Commissioner Seminar to be held September 27th through the 28th. And I believe everyone has received the brochure on that. On August 3rd, I attended the Southeastern District meeting in Mason, Michigan. And I also viewed the virtual public meeting on the Whitmore Lake Bridge replacement project. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Smurs?
On July 21st, I was commissioner on chat. We did not have anybody attend. And then I reviewed the working session and the regular meeting from July 20th that I was not able to attend. That concludes
Very
my
good.
report.
All right. I will report that on August 1st, I attended the bi-monthly Dexter Forum conversation and was very pleased that our managing director could attend as well. They ask good questions and Matt gives the best answers. So thank you, Matt, for being there. And those are on Saturdays, just so people know. August 3rd, yesterday, I too attended this meeting of the Southeast District Road Agencies in Mason. And the last part of my report, I'd like to remind the commissioners that it's the annual evaluation time for a managing director. Is there one in there for Rod? There should be one in there for Rod. Yep. And this is the timeline for that exercise that I put together just so folks can plan ahead for that. And if I could, if Nicole Peterson, our HR manager, could give us some context for this annual activity.
Yeah, so Nicole Peterson, HR manager, Matt's annual review comes due October 19th of 2026. So an annual based on the date that he started in his position. Barb's put together a timeline that very similarly reflects the previous years for us going through this process. I will pass out a hard copy of Matt's job description and then also a hard copy of the performance appraisal. Sometimes I know it's easier to write notes and then be able to go back and fill it in electronically for you. And then we'll follow this process where we compile everything and get the overall average with him. We will again do a closed session to review that with myself in attendance for Matt's performance appraisal. So.
And will you also then share the evaluation instrument in an email so people can
Yes,
enter their
electronically as
once they're ready to put it in digitally, if you can? That's helpful for us.
well. I'll just put these in the mailbox.
Oh, you can give them to us now. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Sometimes people have to dash at the end of our meeting, and I
Yeah,
would hate
thank
to
you.
have people miss them. So this timeline is to just give you a sense of, you've got about a month to fill out Matt's evaluation. When I do it, I set aside at least 90 minutes, and I often go back again because it's like, oh, I meant to say, and I forgot. And so take your time, but if you would please be thoughtful in your comments. That's what Matt has said he really appreciates. Sometimes people just put a number in there and move on, and that doesn't tell us a whole lot. So we'll take care of these things today, as Nicole has said. Is this the same instrument we've used
Yes, it is.
previously?
Yes.
Were you short these? I have two by accident, I think.
No, but your
Job description.
Okay.
If you got an extra, put it up here and she can take it back. Okay.
The only other thing would be, I don't know, Barb, if you want to, or I'm happy to just send email reminders for when a due date's coming.
Oh, that would be great if you would
Okay.
take care of that.
I'll do that.
And
Okay.
have people send their remarks either to you. I guess I'm the one that compiles all of this. You may remember
Yes.
what it looked like. So I need to see them.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna send out the reminders.
Okay.
Put some calendar reminders for myself just to make sure everybody
okay,
doesn't miss a deadline.
okay. Because before you know it, it's going to be
Yeah.
Labor Day and then it's going to be
Pumpkin spice is
Halloween.
already coming
and-
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Do you want to
Thank
say
you.
anything?
No,
At
thank you
all?
for taking the time to go through the process.
Okay.
Nicole, I have,
Commissioner Yamas.
I have a question for Nicole.
Oh, okay.
So, in doing the performance last time, I took examples from things that he did, so I can include this. The one thing that I wondered about, that I don't know that it's part of this, but I wondered last time, how, I know he's only our employee, but I think how he effectively designates work to everybody who he manages. There's no real way for us to.
There is
know
a
that.
section that's just at the end for being a supervisor.
Yeah.
So there are some specific questions related to that. I believe there were a lot of comments provided, especially in the last performance appraisal. But I don't have like a specific question just for Matt, because this is the same appraisal used for all of non-union
Yeah, and I was thinking kind of like you did a survey of all the employees, but is there a survey that all the managers have that we can look at that's anonymous?
We don't do it like a 360. That would be like his peers do not evaluate him.
Okay, but he doesn't really have a peer, right? He manages everybody. So
I-
everybody else
I
is
should
his
say his
subordinate?
Staff, like,
His-
yeah, we don't,
Yeah, his staff. Okay,
yeah, we don't do that for anyone.
okay.
And if the delegation question is on page 3,
Uh-huh,
effectively delegates work and responsibility to appropriate, et cetera, et cetera.
right,
So
right.
there is, I don't know whether that's what you were after or not.
Yeah, that's what I was asked her, is because it's supervisory employees only. And that's
Okay.
what- That was what he is.
And I think this is the same instrument that's used when you evaluate your people, right?
Yep, for all non-union employees. we
Yeah.
use the same form.
Yeah, because we kind of discussed this didn't really fit him specifically or his job application if we were going to do something different. Is this the one that we also took that's out of the CRA book?
No, this is something we created ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, like we've been exploring some other options, going electronically.
Uh-huh.
But that's not available yet and ready for Matt's review.
Okay, because I think last time we reviewed the CRA one and I thought that's the one we were going to use. But I mean, this is good too, because the CRA provided one.
I know
for-
Commissioner McCollum had some suggestions the last time, or had given some additional information, I should say.
Okay.
So I would,
Yeah, if you have specific thoughts about questions that you don't believe are
Relevant. And I think I'm,
described adequately here for your response,
yeah.
please add an addendum, add an
Mhm.
attachment if you've got additional comments you want to make. If your issue is the instrument itself, we can certainly have a conversation about changing the instrument. But this over time allows comparison and tracking and trends, which has been helpful. I mean, this we used with Cheryl. I
Right,
don't remember
right.
if we used it with Roy or not.
But I think there was some discussion even with Cheryl about looking at another appraisal form. And I was thinking about the one in the CRA book, and maybe you've had more a discussion with Commissioner McCollum.
Well,
Yeah.
at our last meeting, you and Joanne pulled up a couple of documents, and one of them was this document, just in a different format. All the questions were the same.
Were they the
rating
same?
Was the same. It just, they had it arranged a little bit differently. Again, if you have concerns about the instrument itself,
Yeah.
let's stick with this year, this next 40 days or
Okay.
45 days, whatever it is. And we can then tackle revising the appraisal, the why and what would be different and how that would work.
yeah,
So-
I would expect that by this time next year, we will have an online system that we
Okay.
will be using.
Am I hearing voices?
No, you're not. That was the phone.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay. I'm like, I'm losing it here. Okay. Commissioner
Madam Chair,
McCollum.
I know that you said we can, like in November, give a list of the things that we would like to have on a working session.
Mhm.
Could this be one of the things we could
course.
put on there in a working session?
Of course.
Okay.
Once we get over this hump, I will then share with all of you what the draft items for the annual meeting, which occurs every December,
Right.
will include, and you can then identify whether there are things you want on the agenda for the annual meeting, or you say, why have you got that there? What's the matter with you? And that would be the perfect time to suggest working session items, or if there is a outstanding issue you'd like addressed, let's bring it forward and see how we weave that into our work in the coming year.
Okay.
Madam Chair,
I had to close it and answer.
Her computer's talking?
Yeah,
Gee.
so, yeah, she clicked no, and it still answered on her.
All right. Commissioner Green.
yes. My only concern with the current appraisal form is that it doesn't allow us an opportunity to have an objective and a subjective dialogue with the managing director. I don't know whether that's something we can do on October the 6th, because I recognize it's a closed session, but I'd really like an opportunity to talk with Matt about his goals for the organization. I would like to have a dialogue with him about what I think are critical issues.
Okay.
So
I think
maybe that's something we can achieve on October 6th.
I agree.
Does that seem reasonable?
absolutely.
I mean,
I think last year we talked about goals
Yeah.
and I followed up with some goals that I had for the organization
Okay.
and we documented those. We can do that discussion
Okay.
again. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And that will be part of the
And-
closed session.
So you want to hear Matt's goals or you want to hear our goals or what's your,
I want a dialogue so we can share with him. He can hear from us. We can hear from him. That gives us a better opportunity to evaluate not just him objectively, but subjectively.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And again, I encourage you to, if you need more space, I don't remember if this cuts us off with a number of words or not, but you can always add a page and submit it with this
Okay.
if you have other thoughts. And we'll sort it out, right? If some of it feels like it's working session material, we'll roll it that way.
Sure.
If it feels like a question that's not there, we'll work together to modify the appraisal instrument itself,
Okay. Thank you.
okay?
Yeah, I think any feedback's gonna be valuable. It just, yeah, and it may not fit one of these boxes, but what this does is at least give us a general overall
Framework.
consistent within the organization on how we rate employees.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nicole.
Okay. Good questions, good comments. Anything? You're good, Jeff? Gloria, you all set?
Yep.
Okay. So. Thank you, Nicole. I'll move on then to staff reports and updates. Staff reports start on page 130 and run through page 137. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair. Any questions on the finance, IT, or I'm sure we'll talk about the MTF under finance report, so I won't steal any thunder there.
Okay, okay. So much information. I appreciate.
Well, we'll just bring up our finance folks. I'm not sure, is it Connie? Connie, you're gonna come up? All right, very good. Dan's for backup. So with that,
Hello again, Connie Compola, Assistant Finance Director. Yeah, we do want to talk about MTF. We did get our latest distribution numbers did post. So, and it does prove that our budget adjustment was accurate and well-timed in terms of that. So
Look
the
at, wait a minute, look at the last page of our packet. Everybody there? Okay. 137. Go ahead, sorry.
no worries. Yes, so the last number that posted is 3.6 million of MTF dollars that will be distributed to Washtenaw County Road Commission. So our projected year to date is a little over 39 million. So that's going to bring us a little over budget by 2.6. So we're tracking very well right now with the MTF dollars. We're very happy with the numbers that are coming in. We do have a report on the NRF. The coffers are continuing to fill for NRF dollars
Neighborhood
and
Road Fund.
yes, the neighborhood, thank you, the neighborhood road fund, which is filled by the corporate income tax that is collected and also the wholesale marijuana tax that is being collected. And so even though the wholesale marijuana tax is being litigated currently, the state is still collecting. So, and my understanding is they still plan on distributing. And when they do distribute, they plan on breaking out the corporate income tax from the marijuana tax. So we'll know of the amount which is attributed to each revenue stream. And so we're hopeful, and we were told to hopefully check our bank accounts in September that we may have something coming. We'll believe it when we see it, but we will continue to monitor the NRF as those numbers continue to come through.
and that was shared also with us at the district meeting yesterday from CRA.
Yeah.
So that we're hearing that from multiple sources and we're
Multiple sources.
cautiously optimistic, we'll say. But we're certainly not, don't have it. I have a zero in the budget for
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll see as it comes in, we'll make adjustments and obviously also the council was set aside anything attributed to the marijuana tax just in case the court case doesn't go well. So
Right.
that's the advice, and I think that's wise.
Yeah.
To go down that route.
So we'll cash the check, so to speak, but we're not going to spend it, right?
Yeah,
Until the
correct.
court case is resolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You got it. And
Commissioner McCollum has a question?
I did have a question about, so there was this 600 million, and that was from we used to get that on a regular basis, not 600 million, but that dispersed among all the road commissions, the 600 million?
So I think what you may be referring to is they used to put in the state budget from the general fund, they used to put 600 million into the formula for
Okay,
MTF.
okay,
That is no longer part of the budget anymore with the new neighborhood roads funding.
right.
Ultimately, they raised the MTF, which we're starting to see. You're seeing with that 3.6 million for the month of June, we're 12% ahead of where we were last year.
Right,
So we're seeing an increase in MTF,
okay,
and then we should see a big bump in neighborhood roads fund at
Right.
some point. The timing and distribution isn't going to be as steady as MTF because as has been described to me, revenue for vehicle registration and fuel taxes is pretty steady. It comes in monthly, whereas corporate income tax may be paid quarterly, and the amounts come in big amounts, but just at various times of the year. So it's not a known revenue stream that we're accustomed to. So that's where we're going to have to get some experience with the neighborhood roads fund to understand how it's going to come to us, when and how much. So that's the big one. But that 600 million, which you referred to, used to be coming from the general fund and it would go into the formula for MTF. That no longer is taking place, given all the things that they passed last fall. And were essentially enacted starting the new fiscal year for the state.
Which is October 1.
Correct.
And ours is January 1. So there's that window
right.
where they didn't line up.
Right.
And we had a dip in our revenue
Yeah,
because of
some of the increases in MTF did not take place until January 1, and we experienced a lag in receipts. So it takes effect January 1, but we really don't see it until March or April.
Thank you.
Yep. There's a lot of moving parts there in the
Yeah.
last 6 months.
Thanks, Ken.
thank you.
Other questions? Proceed.
Okay. Along the revenue line, as I was mentioned before, we did bill for townships and we have now collected 7 of the 14. So of the 1.6 million bills, we've collected 1 million. So things are moving along there as well. And the only other thing I wanted to mention was the expense reimbursement form has officially been updated to reflect the latest IRS millage reimbursement rate.
So we have an updated form for you all.
Yes, yes,
And
updated
employees.
form. Yep.
So I don't know what the rate is per miles, but
I didn't write it down. I didn't,
I think it's 76 now, isn't it?
yeah.
76 cents.
Up to 76, and the meals got a bump, and I believe lodging did as well. And that your request for reimbursement was adjusted to reflect the new rates.
rates.
The new reimbursement rates.
Yep.
So when you say these numbers don't match, that's why. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. That was on the list of things to do, and we got it done. So
I think that was effective July 1.
Yeah.
So you're on it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in good shape.
Yep, so that concludes our report.
Thank you. Any other questions for Connie? Work. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Brent for the engineering report.
Good afternoon again, Brent Schlack, Director of Engineering. So we do have some an MDOT bid opening coming up this Friday. That will be for our Textile Road Safety Improvement Project. That's between Huron River Drive and Bridge Road. That will basically be adding a center left turn lane along that segment of road. Those are fiscal year $26. So we'll be bidding that out. Those funds have been obligated, and we'll be performing this project next year.
And the MDOT contract was on the
Yes.
consent agenda.
Yep, yeah, the contract was on the consent agenda today. We also have some public information meetings upcoming. We have one this Thursday. That's for Ellsworth Road and State Road, the roundabout improvement project. That's for our design. There's some operational improvements that we'll be performing to this intersection, along with repaving the circulating road for that project. So that virtual public meeting will be this Thursday at 11 a.m. Dexter Ann Arbor Road Safety Improvement Project. There's the design virtual public meeting that'll be on August 27th at 11 a.m. This will include adding a center left turn lane at the intersection of Miller, and then performing some safety improvements along Dexter Ann Arbor, some signage and pavement marking. As far as project updates, Cherry Hill Road Bridge, federal aid project, guardrails being installed, and then we'll have some restoration, pavement marking. We're anticipating that the road will be opened this week for that project. The Island Lake Road Dexter Main Street Corridor Improvement Project, another federal aid project. The final course of paving has been completed on the roundabout, along with restoration. We're waiting on signs and pavement markings. We are performing some curb work in between the intersections of Dexter Chelsea and Dexter Pinckney. And we're still on track for late August opening, hopefully.
Before school starts.
That's the plan. Yes. Weather dependent.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that's our plan, is to hopefully have this open prior to that.
So help me get my bearings here. The orange roof is the A&W, is that right?
Yes.
So this is
Yes. Looking west.
west,
Kind of, yes.
and the viaduct then is off to the right, behind the trees.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just a side note, we are continuing to work in between the intersections, as Brent indicated. That was something that was in the budget for what we call the gap.
Yeah.
So the gap on Island Lake between the two intersections is going to be addressed, and it'll be a much needed improvement, and we're obviously really excited about it.
We are, yeah. We're moving forward with that. We have curbing. Then we'll have to have that cure. Then we'll have some new pavement going down in between the two intersections. And then hopefully finalizing the project.
When's the concrete going under the viaduct?
So we, that should be our next step. So this week is our plan to have most of that concrete completed.
And then it takes a week to cure, if I
Yeah,
remember.
then, right, yeah,
Lance
about 7 days.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if nobody drives through it.
We are gonna do our best to make sure, and ultimately it's the contractor's responsibility, but we'll be assisting them and trying to keep traffic out of there. Scioto Church, or my bad, Main Street Bridge project. They're installing the cofferdams for this project. And that's the progress that they're making so far. So those basically kind of keep the water out of their work area, and so they'll be they're in the middle of construction.
The existing bridge has been removed.
Yes, the existing bridge has been removed,
That's
as
the
you,
picture.
as you can see there.
Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead, Joanne.
Oh, yes, Madam Chair. So Brent, yesterday they had an activity, some kind of festival there yesterday. Did you hear anything?
I
Is
did not
everything-
hear
Okay.
anything. Yeah, and I wasn't even aware that they had a festival. So, yeah, I did not hear any comments or,
Okay.
I can follow up with our communications to see if they did, but I did
I
not
know they
hear.
have a shuttle for
Okay.
people to get to there, so that probably worked well for them.
It did, yeah. And People's Express has been a great partner for us. So they've been working, sounds like with this festival, but also with the property or the businesses along there for those that need to get on either side of the bridge.
And the date still is mid-November.
Yep, that's our plan, is to hopefully have this the work completed and open by mid-November, yes.
Thank you.
Sidewalk looks great.
Yes.
Oh,
I went
great,
out
thank
to
you.
took a peek. It looks great. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Scioto Church and Zeeb, the roundabout project. The contractor is currently pouring curb this week. So they got the aggregate to the elevation needed, and they'll be pouring curb and then moving that project forward. Warner Road Culvert. It's a stormwater grant project. They're actually setting the box culvert today. And then they'll be beginning to backfill that project once that's set.
Question.
Yeah.
At yesterday's Southeast Council meeting, there was some mention made that there are other road agencies that are intentionally upsizing some of the culverts, or they did, and as a result, they didn't have the flooding issues that others around them experienced. Do we put back what we take out?
We
Same?
do not. So for the most part, we work with Eagle through our permitting. So we have permitting requirements depending on whether that's with Eagle or with the Water Resource Commission. And then that's then determined on the size of culvert that gets installed for that location. They call it the bank full width. So they go out and do a field evaluation, and then they determine what the appropriate size is based on what they see the stream. Of course, they're looking up and downstream to make sure that they have appropriate culverts, up and downstream. So we work through that permitting process to determine what that size is.
And Brent, oftentimes we're required to hydraulically model.
Yes, yeah. In all of these we have.
Yeah, so we're taking
Yes.
survey and then we're doing hydraulic modeling.
Okay.
And then we submit that model to the permitting agency and they review that and then determine, yes, that size is appropriate, or no, we want to see something else.
Something water, right?
Yep.
Yep. Thanks, Matt.
It's never smaller.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. No surprise there.
Ann Arbor Saline Road at Ellsworth. This is through a haul route agreement. The pavement is being removed. That's a hill cut project. So that road has been closed and they're performing the pavement removal. Macon Road, that's between James Drive and the city of Saline, city limits. This is a millage project. It's a pulverization of Macon Road. We are planning to close this segment of road next week. Our old US 12, that's between the county line and Pierce Road. It's a federal aid project. The contractor has performed milling and paving, and so they're going to be completing some of that milling and paving this week. So we've paved a portion of it, and they're actually out there milling this week, and they'll be paving the remainder hopefully this week into next. Saline Waterworks at Alber. This is stormwater grant. Sorry, Tiffany, this one got thrown in there. This is actually work that's being performed by our crews. It's a stormwater grant. project. Our crews are performing this work, and the box culvert is being set today for this project. And then lastly, we have our Ypsilanti Township subdivisions. This is through a township agreement. Milling for those roads are taking place this week. So other than that, I would encourage those to visit our website to see if any other progress or if there's any curiosity on other projects that we're working on, not only for this year, but moving forward into 27 and 28. That concludes my report.
Questions for Brent? I see nothing. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And lastly, we have Mr. Leip and the operations report.
Good afternoon, Adam Leip, Director of Operations. Nice short update today. So heavy equipment crew, as Brent alluded to, pretty busy in the year of the culvert right now. So it's kind of all drainage for us at the moment, which the group's doing good. They've got quite a few culverts in the ground at this point. But yeah, Saline Waterworks today, hope to get that set in the ground, which I'm assuming by 3:03 p.m. It's probably even getting covered up by now with backfill, I would assume. Plan was to start that this morning. So more than likely that's what's occurred. I haven't talked with the crew yet, but pretty confident in how we'll land that project today. Then a few more days to, dress around, or what we refer to as kind of restore the project. So a picture like they're depicted, we'll backfill that. It'll take us a few days to do that, compact it, and then essentially get it back to a wearing surface, which in most cases is an unpaved surface. We put back on with limestone, and then restore the shoulders with reseeding, so hydroseeding here is referred to, and then some channel protection, which is essentially just large rocks kind of placed in specific areas where it won't wash out or rill later on. And the local road program does continue. We've kept pretty busy spreading stone, aggregate and limestone, gravel and limestone. More recently here, we've paused our gravel because we're doing another set of prep work, so we can haul some more gravel in District 3 and 4. Takes a little bit of prep to get ahead of that. We kind of caught up to ourselves, which is a good problem to have. That's efficiency helping us in the long run. And then the limestone continues in Lodi Township. I believe they probably 3/4 of the way completed with Lodi Township, and then they'll move probably back into District 1. So into Scioto Township here, probably in the next week or so. And then at that point, we'll start a little bit of District 6 work with limestone. And then for the remaining part of the year, it'll probably be any residual funds we have with groups that can purchase some more limestone for us to spread. So then we'll kind of, for the lack of a better term, start bouncing around a little bit. But that's by design, just simply because we'll finish our majority of our 130,000 tons that we plan to spread this year. And that's an estimated number. That could go up or it could go down a little bit depending on what we see in the field with some of these projects to finish out the season. And then mowing wise, just because that's a good topic this time of year, Jared informed me that we're in the northeast portion of the county right now. Goal to make ourselves move towards the west here over the next few weeks. And that's the second round of the paved mowing. And then that would be completed as we kind of make ourselves west and south. And then we do a second round of unpaved mowing towards the end of the summer season here this year. So all is going good right now. We've had some considerable dry periods, so it's been hurtful in some aspects of dust control, but pretty helpful in the aspect of us just being able to get out and work. And especially with, make a comment of the year, the culvert dry has been really helpful for us to do quite a bit of work. So appreciative of the favorable conditions. Rod?
Oh, no question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had a
That's
question.
okay.
But that is my report, unless.
I'll just add that the crews also obviously are continuing to do the normal scraping and dust control on the rock roads, unpaved roads.
Yeah.
Much like you saw in the board packet. Also, my hats off to those in District 3 taking care of Wiley and our road closure impacts. Yeah, so we've had a lot of major projects where we've had closures that impact our local network, and the crews are doing a great job of maintaining that best they can with the additional traffic loading.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. A little bit of challenge because it's been dry. So, sometimes we have to go back a little earlier than we typically would. But we just make do with the situation. We get some kind of moisture, whether it be early mornings or it rained the day before. Something to make the actual physical part of grading a little bit easier on us. But yeah, so the return maintenance, it's worked out pretty good. The crews are doing really good at scheduling that. Because that's hard to, make things line up to where you can get back somewhere sooner than you normally do. So it's worked out pretty good for some of these crews, but yeah, we definitely appreciate the compliments. But honestly, it's our group just kind of doing their normal day to day, and it's nice every once in a while when people recognize. So we're doing pretty good. We have a good group.
Well, no news is good news. I didn't hear anyone mention Wiley Road at the Dexter Forum. Did you?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Well,
It's
that's
okay. We made it work. Yeah, we were good. I mean, we had
One day it was great.
Yeah.
They were, and I didn't even say a word. And I knew that the district crew was very aware of the conditions.
Yeah.
And they keep close tabs on it. And by Monday.
Yeah, they were back there. So yeah, with no prompting. So that's good.
Joy Road is beautiful between Whitmore Lake Road and Webster Church Road. I've
Joy
never
Road.
seen it looking so good.
Agreed. I've used that here recently in Joy Road.
And that's with the closure of Warren. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think they got to it at a good time. And then it's laid down, it's compacted
It's
pretty good and
gorgeous,
it's stayed
yeah.
pretty good. Now, that is at, the effort of ourselves and the townships to put considerable amount of stone, limestone
Mhm.
specifically. It's from the millage. Yeah, in the last few years, we've put the better part of, 12 inches is almost all the way across that road to some extent between 8 and 12 inches, which was a lot of limestone to spread, and it certainly was needed, and it's evident now
A
that,
difference.
yeah, how
That-
good that can.
Compliments on keeping the weeds down at Huron River Drive in North Territorial where people are not using
Yeah.
the preferred detour.
Yes.
But
so, we're-
thank them for
We're doing
paying
good.
attention to that and keeping that site distance open.
Okay. Will do. Thank you.
That concludes our report.
All right. Looking ahead, August 18th, Tuesday is our next meeting. It's both a working session and a regular meeting, 9 a.m. working session, 1 o'clock regular meeting. Commissioner Yamas, you're on call tomorrow for chat.
Madam Chair,
Oh,
we switch, so I'll be on chat for tomorrow.
oh, okay.
Thank you.
So then what day did Gloria take?
She took last Wednesday.
Okay.
29th.
August 5th.
Was a last minute
Okay.
adjustment.
Okay, okay. So now it's not Gloria, it's Rod. Okay, Commissioner McCollum, August 12th. Commissioner Smers, August 19th. And I'm on chat, August 26th. If there's no further business to come before the board, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support. Tiffany, if you would, please.
Commissioner Jeff Smers,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCullum,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller,
Yes,
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas.
Yes.
thank you, everybody. We are adjourned. See you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.